Praying that everyone is healthy and investing wisely. This is Kaylan, known as Professor Cygnus and Angels. How has your day went today? Please tell me in the comments below. I would like to tell you how my day has went today. The reason why is because if you learned a lesson in your day, that may be a different lesson than what I learned in my day. Or perhaps you may not understand the lesson that you had in your day, so then you put that in the comments and I can help you understand what lesson will be there. Today, I was doing filming and editing this morning, as well as the routine of attending to the animal sanctuary and cleaning the house. I had received a text message from my wonderful neighbor, Mrs. Deborah, that she would love to help me tag along to go to the store with her today. That was absolutely incredible and very fun. At the store, there was so much products and wonderful miracle opportunities at the store. We are forever thankful for the wonderful manufacturers and inventors. During the time of being at the store, had done a live broadcast episodes about healthy eating and appropriate speech, appropriate clothing, and why you should stick to the power of nature in everything that you consume in your body, and why you should not eat unhealthy because of risk of things like diabetes and so much more. Now we will speak of what happened afterwards. Afterwards, Mrs. Deborah and I had wonderful conversations about the anatomy of things and how thankful that we are for everything that is good. After getting back, the dirt road that leads to these properties that are off the grid, the roads have gotten so damaged that you can barely even drive a car on the roads. The roads have gotten holes and seeps into the roads, and the county does not maintain these roads. And it would be majorly expensive to fix the roads. It was even difficult to have a wagon being pulled with groceries on the road. So difficult that when I was about 200 or 300 feet from when Mrs. Deborah dropped me off at the end of the road where she lives, and it was about 0.80 miles back to the house, and so the dirt road is pretty long. I had a long way to go walking with the wagon. During the time when I was pulling the wagon had tipped over and spilled out, and it went all over the road. During the time, one of the neighbors had just watched as it happened and did not care or empathize or sympathize with the situation. And then afterwards, I put everything back into the wagon, and then suddenly it fell out again. And then I had to put that back in the wagon, and they just sat there and stared at me while they were in their truck. So then afterwards, a while after, I was continuing to pull the wagon. Then suddenly, our wonderful neighbors of Z and their family had stopped and asked, "Would you need some help?" I am so thankful for their empathy, because I told them, I said, not a lot of people have empathy and sympathy to stop and care if someone is going through a difficult situation. I seen value to the action that they had shown. In life, what do we, as a species, want the future generations to be like? As the child was in the car, the main lessons that was taught was things like empathy and sympathy, and why you need empathy and sympathy in life. The next things that was taught was when you become successful, you want to become really successful. So have goals that are really big. In the example, if you want to do gymnastics, aim for the Olympics. So with the situation of them helping, after getting out of the car, and I was already here at the house from them helping me to get back to the house, I was very shocked that they had a good heart to empathize and sympathize. And so we both had taught to the child the importance of empathy and sympathy. We want the children of the future to maintain that empathy and sympathy, because there is going to be times in your life that you are going to empathize and sympathize with people. And there is going to be times to where you are going to have people to empathize and sympathize with your situation. So it is important to understand the difference from people who do empathize and sympathize and people who do not. People who do not have empathy and sympathy, you are really missing out, because that is a very important part of wisdom. We want the children of the future to have empathy and sympathy towards situations. I pray that that child never forgets the lesson of having empathy and sympathy. And afterwards, I gave back to them what I could. And I taught them about the power of nature and the power of natural healing, along with healthy diets. And I gave back a big watermelon as well as some apples and celery. And a lesson of when you show good action and when you do good, there's good things going to come back to you. And I pray now that in this lesson that happened today for my life, that you will also gain the lesson from my day. Because as you may have had a day that did not have this lesson involved, you are now learning from my life in my day. I want to know your day as well. If you would like to tell me in the comments how your day was, I would love to hear how your day had went. And perhaps we can translate a lesson from your day. Sometimes in life, we have lessons in the day, but if we do not know how to understand the lessons, then we are missing out on what we can learn. We pray that everyone stays healthy and invests wisely. And remember, to see life through other people's situation. Try to get into detail about it. What would it be like for you? We need the future generations and the generations of today to think like that. Because if there was no empathy and sympathy in the world, you would not even have clothes on your back. Because the manufacturers and the clothing companies and all of these wonderful companies, they mainly do that to make a difference in your life. And just like me teaching, I do this because I care about you all. And I want you all to have a good mindset to focus on a better future. Let's make the better future together. Stay healthy and invest wisely. And remember to comment your day. Let me know how your day had went. Because your life matters and your opinion matters. And we would like to hear from you. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. See you all soon.